You're welcome back. Now, let's go back to our earlier story on Chereponi. Head of our security desk, Gifty Ando-Apia, is there for us. Gifty, thank you for your time. First of all, how exactly has the situation evolved today?
Chereponi town, is calm, because again, there's a lot of security personnel on the ground. There's military and police officers on the ground. Usually, and I've said this in all the reports that I've done, usually the attacks happen in the villages. Where in one of such villages, it's called Kuka, and this is where the defense minister is supposed to be interacting with the people here. So in Chereponi, it's calm. I could say that it's calm. But there's still uneasy tension. I mean, there are people who are still angry because some villages have been, attacked. Some properties have been burnt down, so there's still a lot of anger. But last week when the minister came here, there was an understanding, of course, an agreement, of course, that nobody would take up arms against anybody. So right now, people are more like in their corner saying, we will not attack, but we will defend ourselves when we are attacked. That's basically the situation on Kosovo.
Right now, at the moment, we know that Defense Minister Dominic Nitiwul has been touring the area, speaking to issues including the influx of guns into the area.
That's a question that I took up with him last week when he came. There's so much guns because people, and if you see all some of the reports that I've done, there are times that I'm wearing bulletproof because the security officials here say you can't leave anything to chance of money. And it really depends on where you are. Depending on where you are, the security measures have to be, that depends. That actually dictates the security measures that they take, because they say that some of them at the point were hiding in the bushes and they would attack the vehicles, particularly so that we're using a which was shorter. And so if you look at the back of the vehicle, the windscreen is broken. That's because they were attacked. But we were not in the car at the time. So they say it is unpredictable. The situation is unpredictable. Like anything can happen. And so you've got to be careful. So I raised this issue with the minister last week, that there seems to be a lot of arms in the possession of these individuals who are attacking each other. And he linked this to the porous borders that we have in this country. And he says also that the small arms is looking to mark all of these arms in terms of these people, especially even if it's for hunting, even if it's for farming, they're looking to market. But we know the situation that the small arms commission itself has said it doesn't have enough power. It doesn't have the power that it requires to control the movement of arms. And so that's an issue. As I speak to you now, the minister is in Saboba. Saboba is a Kokuba-dominated area.
Right.
And one of the villages that was targeted during these attacks is in Saboba. And so he is in Saboba. Last week he was in Chereponi. Chereponi is Chereponi dominated. So he was in Chereponi. He went to a place called Naja. Now Naja is another Kosovo community. At the time he went there, the assemblyman had been arrested. And that became an issue, a thorn, if you like, in the flesh of the peace broken at the time. That story has developed, and I'll tell you about it much later.
Right.
But he is in Saboba. As I speak, I am in a place called Kuka. Kuka is, again, another Kosovo-dominated area, and it was one of the no-go areas when the conflict was at its peak. The minister is expected to come here. As I speak to you, there's a lot of security so military and police are right now. There's actually a lot of people who have met on the top, always for the minister to arrive here from Saboba. And I've been speaking to some of them, and they complain for you to happen.
Just before you bring us what they've been telling you in your interactions, let's very quickly just have a listen to what the minister said about the proliferation of guns, an issue that you asked him about earlier. Gifty, let's listen to that, and then we'll come back to what the people in the community have been telling you.
One issue of small arms smuggling is a very big problem for us as a nation. West Africa in general, small arms smuggling is a big problem. And it's everywhere. Everywhere there've always been conflicts. Small arms smuggling is a big issue to us. And I think that we need to resolve those matters and see. That's why we are asking the Small Arms Commission is saying that we should track and mark every small arm that is in the system. But of course, you only mark those who are legal. But when those who are selling the thing illegally, it's difficult to be able to mark it. But we are taking steps.
Especially in the north.
Yes, because there are conflicts in the north here. But you know that bearer of arms here is banned. Since '94, it's banned to hold arms in this area. So I can tell you that whatever arms you think people have here, is illegal. It's an illegal activity. So because holding a gun here in the first place is legal. Even the hunting gun is illegal.
So what are you doing about it?
Like I said before, through the Small Arms Commission, we are making sure that we are trying to retrieve all the small arms that are there. It's not just in the north alone, all over the country, especially the illegal ones, because you must have a license to hold any weapon in Ghana. You have to get a license from the police or the Interior Ministry. And
so it includes the one that they use for musketry?
Every small arm that can fire a live bullet and hit an animal needs to be licensed. So those that can fire, because I've seen people use pump action guns for musketry, you need to license it. Yeah.
So you're working through the Arms Commission, but the Arms Commission itself says they don't have enough power.
Of course, like I said, the Arms Commission is not directly under my ministry, it's that of Interior Ministry. But I'm saying to you that the Arms Commission has enough power to do that. The Minister of Interior is working I'm not a minister, but I know they're working very hard to ensure that they control this kind of arms smuggling within the system. It's not going to be easy, but I believe that within the period, we'll get there.
Right. Now, Gifty, you were telling us about the community that you're in, where the Defense Minister is expected later. You've been interacting with the people there. What have you learned?
We can listen to them.
Right. Gifty, I'm asking what the people have been telling you. We may not have the audio you're referring to, but you can tell us what they've been saying.
Oh, right. Well, I've been interacting with them about the accusations and counter-accusations. You know, when you speak to the people, they say the settlement attacked us. When you speak to the settlement people, they say the settlement attacked us. So here in the settlement community, I've been asking them about that. They say, well, we are here, we're not going anywhere, the settlement tries to attack us. And yes, one of the key things that the minister tried to address last week when he was here, and we're expecting that he will address here, is the mounting of roadblocks by these two factions. So what they do is that usually they will mount a roadblock to prevent people from coming in. So they basically cut off communities. And we saw one of those roadblocks that have been dismantled. So I asked them about it, and they said they did that to protect themselves because they did not believe that the security agencies were protecting them enough. They complain about concentration of security in Chereponi, which is the district capital, to the disadvantage of those of them in the hinterland. So they're asking for more security on the ground in every village, including here in Chereponi. So they tell me that they actually justifying the roadblocks that they mounted. They said it was to protect themselves because they didn't feel that the security personnel on the ground were protecting them well enough for this.
Right. Now, it's interesting. We've been speaking about the Defense Minister himself and his role in all of this. He himself has come under some criticism for his role in seeking to resolve this conflict. Is this something of concern to him?
Could you just say that again?
Yeah, I said that the Defense Minister himself has come under some criticism for his own role in seeking to resolve the conflict.
Yes,
fingers
so
up.
the background to that story is that the minister himself is a Kokoma person. So then the fight is essentially between Chereponi and Kokoma. The minister is Kokoma. Now, Kokomas are believed to be much more. They are believed to be a lot more compared to the Chereponi. He says, when I asked him the question, people have said, you are fueling it. And if you look at the nature of these conflicts, so usually when you throw in a little bit of politics, it gets ugly. And a lot of people believe that this is exactly what is happening. There is a mix up, a little bit of politics here and there every now and then, even though the people themselves on the ground seem to be fighting each other over sometimes things that are quite difficult to understand. But he said, when I asked him, that because it's a Kokoma, he tends to be accused of fueling it. But he also said that he has nothing to gain from fueling the benefits of peace in this area far outweigh chaos. And so he wouldn't be the one who will be fueling the chaos. He said it baffled him anytime he heard about it, and that he didn't been accused because he's a Kokumba.
So he intends to continue playing this role, leading in the quest for peace in the area.
Well, I think it's believed that because he is a Kokumba person, especially now he's coming to talk to the Kokumba village here. I think if you look at the areas that he has been to so far, he has gone to Chereponi, the district capital of Seoul. And Chereponi is Chereponi. Apart from Chereponi, he's been to Naja. Naja is Kokumba. Today he's in Sabuba. Sabuba is Kokumba. He will be coming to Garisuka. Garisuka is Kokumba. So he's been to three, if you look at it, he's going to three Kokumba areas. Areas. So you could say that, well, perhaps he's looking to talk to his people. If you look at it that way, he's looking to talk to his people, and he's looking to tell them that, look, your person is in government, and they're disgracing us. Stop doing this. Which is one of the things that the Chereponi told him. When he met them in Chereponi, they told him that we, the Chereponi, will not fight, but your people, the Kokumba, will fight. So even if we agree to a ceasefire, we can't be sure that your people will not take up arms. So when he met the Kokumba, told them, this is what the Chereponi are saying. They say they will not disgrace me, but you, my people, are going to disgrace me. And I expect you, it's a challenge to you, and I expect you to pick up the expectations. So from the way I see it, he is expecting that the people will see him as one of them or one of their own, and that will perhaps influence how they respond to his plea for peace in this area.
Right. Well, Gifty, thank you so much for that update, and we're going to stay on top of this with you. Thank goodness that you're there. So we'll be back on this conversation with you, no doubt, later in the day. Gifty Ando-Appiah, of course, is the head of our security desk here at Joy News. Now, the defense security analyst, Dr. Kwesi Ening, has also been speaking to Joy News on the security situation at Chereponi, particularly in light of some of the analysis around the role of the defense minister.
Well, I think there's a very naive assumption that peace is a common good. Peace is not a common good. Not everyone wants peace. That is the basic fundamental reality that we need to accept prior to asking ourselves a series of questions. The second relates to the structural foundations of the crisis. The why question, the how, or more importantly, what is it good for that the crisis continues? And the what question leads us to asking further subsidiary questions. Who are the profiteers and the benefactors of the conflict? It is not the ordinary farmers and ordinary people, no. So that is one part of it. The second relates to the interventions, both community, chieftaincy, and state-level interventions to deal with the crisis. More often than not, we are very hasty in sending delegations to talk to the warring factions, and they will all say, oh yes, please, we are very sorry, we won't fight again. And why are warring factions always quick to say we have stopped fighting? Because it creates a lull in the violence for them to re-equip, to treat their dead or to bury their dead, to treat their wounded, to get better intelligence. So how do we, as the state, respond to this? First is the issue of better intelligence. We need people from the intelligence and the law enforcement side living in those communities for years as ordinary farmers, as laborers, in inverted commas, getting married, and then understanding the drivers of that conflict. And more importantly, identifying the profiteers of violence. And it is when we have isolated the profiteers and dealt with them in a way that sends a clear signal to the rest of the state that if you benefit and profit from violence, you will be the loser. then we'll begin to see.
So you think that government is missing the mark? I mean, the approach has been wrong so far.
Well, I would certainly have done it much more differently. But the second approach also is that, what is the cost benefit of violence? If we are spending 100 cedis on attempting to resolve the conflict, let's put a mirror in front of the people and say, look, because of your fights and because somebody is benefiting, this 100 cedis could have built you a level 2 hospital, could have built you a nice 6-classroom block, 10 one-room self-contained flats for teachers. Okay, your markets could have been. Let those who even don't understand how they are being manipulated begin to have a better grasp of what they are losing because of the fight, but also because the state is sending in peacekeepers. Right now, for the conflict benefactors, this is not a cost. It's a major profit. So I think we need a better, more nuanced